Hello everyone, welcome back to Mad About Cards and Crafts. Today I'm participating in a hashtag driven hop. The hashtag is hashtag grads of Team Tiny Fall. It will be listed in the description box. This was the inspiration for my piece. I decided to go with fall colors and I thought this color throwdown was beautiful, but I am going to change it up just a tad. The pink tone was more of a bright pink in that inspiration piece, and the blue had kind of a greenish undertone. I am using the Catherine Pooler Paradise Found collection of inks, and I am starting with the first daisy, and that is going to be stamped in peppermint scrub. Then I will stamp a second color, and that is going to be Juniper Mist. And as you can see, it's more of, as I said, a navy tone. These are two-step stamps, some of my favorite stamps from the Greetery. And when I come in with the second layering stamp, I am going to stamp it tone on tone, but I will stamp it 2 or 3 times just to get a little bit more definition and depth of color. As I said, this is a hashtag driven hop. All of the participants were at one time part of the Team Tiny hop. If you haven't followed that hop, it's a great hop to follow. They have it once or twice a month. It is a hashtag driven hop as well. And all you have to do is type into your search engine on YouTube hashtag Team Tiny, and you will come up with a plethora of different hops and creators that have participated in that group. As I said, our group has reached at least 1,000 subscribers. There are a couple of us that have exceeded that and met the watch time hours. For YouTube, in order to get monetized, you have to reach 4,000 watch time hours. Many of us on this hop are working towards that, which means the longer that you watch a video, the more watch time hours that we are able to chalk up. So I am finishing up with the blues, and now I'm going to bring in those centers. This beautiful green tea is, as I said, a chartreuse color. I did practice stamping with this ink as I just recently purchased it, so you will see those hexagons to the left. I am going to use those in a project later on, but not this particular one. I wanted to simply see what colors these Paradise Found inks were precisely and see if that's what I wanted to use on this project, and I did. And as I said, that's what I'm doing with this inspiration. When you see an inspiration, either a card or a color theme, you don't have to follow it precisely. It's just a jumping point for you to use your own stamps, your own creativity, and to create something that those colors or that design inspired you to do. And so I would encourage you to not just look at the colors and say, I have to match these colors precisely. You don't. As you can see, instead of hot pink, I went with a magenta. Instead of that more of a tealish blue, I went with a navy. And I love the way that this particular card turned out. This is also from the Greetery. It is called Painterly Stripes Background. All of the paper that I'm using is Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock, and I am going to be using the same colors on this background. I will bring in the peppermint scrub to begin with. I will have to stamp it a couple of times just because I'm not using a full ink pad. I'm using the Catherine Pooler minis, and it has nothing to do with the stamp. It's just, you know, I am in the desert right now. It's warm here. Things dry a lot quicker than they typically do, and so I just need to put the colors down twice. So once I put the peppermint scrub down, I will bring in, I believe, the Juniper Mist, so the blue, and I'm going to turn my paper so that I don't just have the stripes. Now I'm actually going to have more of a plaid pattern. So I'm going to turn it, horizontally. I cleaned off my stamp, and I'm going to ink this up. Actually, I think I come in with the green tea. Let's see here. Nope, I did come in with the blue. So I'm going to come in with the Juniper Mist. Then I will shift my paper just a little bit, turning it back to the vertical orientation, and then I will get a second stripe next to the red one that is going to be a green, and this will be my background. Then I'm going to bring in, also from the Greetery, the Halvesies Diamond Die. This is a great die. It is, just as it indicates, a half cut. So when you put two of them together, you get this beautiful diamond in the center. And that diamond is where this plaid is going to peek through. So back to this hop. The inspiration, as I said, is fall. There are several creators along the way. If you type in that hashtag, it will lead you to all of those that are participating in the hop. If you choose to click on the link below, then it will also give you that same list. This is just a fun way for the group of us that started with Team Tiny at the very beginning to continue to band together. We enjoy each other very much, and we still like to create and hop together. It was one of the wonderful things that came out of Team Tiny, is that we all became, really good friends. We support each other, even though some of us, don't need the monetization support. That doesn't mean that we don't like participating in projects together and just supporting one another. So if you are a creator of any kind, whether on a blog or on Facebook, it's really nice to have a group of friends that you can count on. These are the Put a Bow on It. Well, that is the Put a Bow on It die. And then that little tag comes from the Sentiment Suite Basics. Again, these are all from the Greetery. That is a Tim Holtz 3D wood grain folder. I did use that on the Halvesy die. So I took that Nina Solar White cardstock. I cut out two of the halvesies. Then I ran the embossing folder through my die cutting machine so that I got that wood grain indented into the paper. I will put some art glitter glue onto this background that I created, and then I'm going to glue on, or put some some foam dimension on the back of those diamonds. That being said, usually nothing was working for me today, and I left most of it in, but when I put that on, even though I used my Misti, it didn't go on straight. When I put these halvesies on, they are not going to go on straight either. They're not going to match in the middle. I don't know what my issue was. I like to use my large scoreboard, my Martha Stewart scoreboard. I don't have it with me, so I will be bringing it back when I come back here. But that tends to line things up much better for me than the Misti does. And full disclosure, I restamped everything in the final picture. I just wasn't happy with it. I'm taking these clusters of daisies and I'm going to arrange them and glue them together towards the bottom. Then I'll add some of that same foam adhesive to the back just to pop them up a little bit. This card is a card that I prepared for my future daughter-in-law for a friend of mine who is providing a gift for her bridal shower, and she asked me if I would make a card, and so that is what this card is actually going to be for. I will put the daisies on, and then I'm going to add that Put a Bow on It, which I stamped, I actually inked it with the Juniper Mist so that it was a perfect match, and then I will use that tag. And for the tag, I used a stamp set. Let me think about this. I used a stamp set also from the Greetery, and it's called Bottled Up. So the sentiment is going to read, "Enjoy your day." And then the inside is going to say, wishing you all the best as you begin your life together. May you be blessed with years of health, happiness, and love that lasts a lifetime. And that is from the greetery as well, Sentiment Sweet Love. I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope that you continue along the hop. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you like the content that you're seeing today, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you're notified when I put up a new video. And until next time, I just want to wish you a fabulous day. I'm going to show you a photo, and then there'll be a couple of videos at the end if you're interested in seeing more of what I create. Thanks again for watching.